It is day 25 and oh no, now we're going downhill. My parents just dropped us off about 10 minutes ago. We have 34 miles from where they dropped us off to Hot Springs. So from here, my parents are going to, they rented a cabin in Hot Springs for the week, and hopefully we'll get there by Wednesday, I think, and then we'll stay with them for a little bit and then get back on the trail. The reason we're trying to like squeeze all this time in with them now is because after this point, it'll just be too far. After Hot Springs, it'll just be too far for them to drive to visit us. So that's why we're spending so much time with the family at this right now. So, but yeah, it's a really pretty day. Bright blue sky. No clouds in the sky whatsoever. It feels like it's 60, mid-60-ish. Mid-60s. Gosh, can't even talk. But yeah, it's a good day. We had a nice time off with the family. But it's time to put these legs to work. So we're stopped at a water crossing so John can clean out his shoes. But I am so happy that we got off the trail when we did Friday. The weather got like so bad, and there was like flood advisories and snow, and just it was awful. So I'm really glad that we got off when we did, and we were in a safe, dry place, because that would have been horrible to be out there during that time. And I feel so bad for any of the hikers that were out there during that time. But the next few days are supposed to be really, really pretty, so I'm looking forward to that. I'm so glad to be out of the Smoky Mountains, and this is one of my favorite sections of the trail. I love Max Patch, so yay! Here's the trail today, and it's so pretty, so green. I love it. So last time we hiked this section, which was April of last year, we saw 3 bears. So we're on the lookout for sure. So, as I told y'all before, we have already hiked this section. Well, most of it, I guess. And not only did we see the bears last time, but we also both got covered in poison ivy. And I think John got it worse. Well, I know he did. But it would not go away. It took forever to go away. So now we're paranoid that everything that we brush up against is poison ivy, or what is it? Poison oak, poison sumac. And it's really hard to like determine what is what, like what's a normal leaf and what's poison. So we're just trying to avoid it altogether. And John's tired. I don't know if you heard that yawn. Yikes. I did not sleep very well last night. I woke up really early, and John actually slept in pretty good, but that's because he was sick the night before and up all night. So yeah, he's well rested. I'm pretty sleepy. You still feel tired? Yeah. I mean, he was pretty sick, so I'm sure he still feels pretty weak. We don't really have a plan for today, do we? No, no plan. Just hiking, enjoying it. It's hot, but it's better than being cold and wet and raining, so we'll take it.
Amy told me to record it because it looks cooler since I'm up front. Guess people don't like looking at my backpack. Going up Snowbird Mountain. Which is where Snowbird VOR is at. And I want to talk about that because it's literally the only thing along this 2,200 mile trip that I know anything about. So even though most people talk about it, I want to tell y'all what I know about it. So it's right there, the little pointy thing sticking up. VOR stands for VHF omnidirectional range. VHF being very high frequency. And what it is a navigational facility for airplanes. And it serves multiple purposes. It makes airways in the skies. You can use it to use two of them to triangulate your position and where you're at. And it is also used for certain approaches into some airports. Now, the way it works is it sends out signals 360 degrees, VHF signals. And what I mean by that, it's like spokes. Think of it as like 360 lasers pointing out away from it, all around it. And what airplanes like that one up there do is they line themselves up on any one of those radios, and they can fly to or from the station. Like I said, it makes airways. Most people don't really use that anymore. Most people use GPS nowadays, but you kind of have to have it as a backup. And you can fly those airways using GPS nowadays. So, but that's what it is. And the airways are like, if you think of it as like having like 4 nautical miles to each side, above and below you, like a cylinder, like a 8 nautical mile cylinder you're flying inside of. It's like a safe zone. But yeah, that's what that guy is, and that's what it does. One thing I left out is, those things are scattered across the world, and they're all interconnected. Those spokes, at least a handful of them connect to each other, so airplanes can connect the dots up in the sky, and that's how they get places. That's one way.
All right, so we do kind of have a tentative plan at the moment. We started kind of late today, like around 11, and we're hoping to make it to Max Patch, which is 4.6 miles away, and it is 5 o'clock. So it'd be really cool to get to Max Patch tonight, but if not, we can always stop a little short. The break that we had, a couple of days off, were just what my legs needed. Kind of gave me a good break. For that, I'm very appreciative.
Made it to Max Patch today. It's from I-40 to Max Patch. Looks like it's gonna be an amazing sunset tonight. Looking forward to that. And I'm looking forward to eating. I'm starving.